Hello everyone, this is Mark with a tutorial on how to make a sunflower. We'll also be reviewing some cutting dies in the process. Let's get started. This cutting die that you see is a 132 cut corner cutting die. This cutting die is a 164 stem cutting die. Great for making stems or leaves. This cutting die is a spiked cone. It's a short cone, and it's really good to make the back part of your sunflower. Now, what you see here is the fir type cutting die. It's a 132, and it's to make the middle. This cutting die is for the petals, any flower. This cutting die is a long petal, 132, and it's great for sunflowers or daisies. After you cut all of your fir cones, go ahead and stack them together by gluing them in a row. This is the cutting die, and it produces this kind of paper. Now what you're going to use this for is to make the middle of your sunflower. Without cutting the edges off, glue them side by side just like you see here. Glue both halves together and make a really long strip, because the middle of the sunflower has to be quite big. While you're letting your strips dry, start working on the outer part of the sunflower. Now you can use long petals or short petals. These cutting dies are called short round and long round. The petals on the outside of the sunflower are going to be about 2 rows of 20. So let's get started. During this process, stop for a while and measure the center of your sunflower against what you're making so you can make the desired middle of the petals to fit your sunflower. For this project, I decided to go even bigger. So I'm going to make the middle part bigger by rolling another strip of the small fir cones to this middle part. Let both halves dry really good. Now let's look at a finished sunflower so you can see what it's going to be like. Here's the middle. Fluff it out. That's a good size. Look at all the petals around it. And then also look at the back. Everything fits together. And what you can see here is how the middle fits into the back part, because the green part is empty. Here is one of your most important cutting dies, the long pointy 132 cone. This makes the back of the sunflower look really wild and nice. You're going to create a circle around the yellow part of the petals, and you're going to do one solid row with 6 more rows, reducing 1 point over 2 or over 3. Now what makes this project great is you can switch the paper up a little bit. You can use normal cones, or what you see here is the short pointy cones. This will help you save on paper and also mix up your design. Unstack some of your paper and get ready for your project. The next cutting die you see here is a regular 132 cut corner. You can also use these as a good filler for your back part if you want to space out some of your long pointed cones. This cutting die is your stem cutting die. It's a 164, great for making really strong stems. Start off with your long pointed cones and apply them to the yellow petals. Let's get started. As you can see here, after you finish the first row, the yellow part starts to lay down flat. And from this point, you're going to apply the next 6 rows, trying to reduce as much as you can. This process will form the back dome part of your sunflower, putting 1 cone on top of 3 points. Do this as many times as you can. At this point, periodically check your work. Reduce the cones until you can't reduce anymore. Grab your middle part and see how well it fits into your sunflower. You will have to push out and sculpt the back part, and that's okay. You could even put the middle inside and add more cones to the dome in the back. Carefully create your dome. To get the perfect fit, put the brown part in the middle, fluff it out a little bit, get your desired depth. You can start to see your sunflower form. And you'll notice the dome has opened up a little bit, and that's okay because your sunflower is nice and tight. All you have to do is go ahead and put some more long pointy cones or regular 132 or short spike back there, and just work at building your dome back up. When your dome is complete, look at some of your stems that you've created and decide which one you want to use. For this project, I'm going to use the more stronger one, and I'm going to hot glue it to the back of the sunflower. I put these two stems together to show you the difference between thick paper and thin paper. For this project, I'm going to use a really thick paper. When you're ready, go ahead and apply some hot glue and also insert your stem. It's okay to stir up the hot glue and whirl it around a little bit. You really want to make sure your stem stays inside. You can also push your outer cones in towards the middle at the same time. Another trick, you can use some polymorph clay and design a stamping tool to emboss your petals. This will make your sunflower look more real. Carefully stamp each petal. Here's another look at the polymorph material. All you do is get it wet in some boiling water and then sculpt your pressing tool. Your sunflower is now complete. Look at all of the other sunflowers that I've created. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to ring my bell, share, and like.